You can now get free Bitcoin whenever you buy stuff. Want to know how to take advantage of that? Just sit back, relax, and keep on watching. Welcome back to Bitcoin for Beginners. I'm your host Adrian, and in this deep dive we will look into the phenomenon of cashback apps. We are going to find out what these are, give you some examples, and explain how they work and how they can be profitable for you. As always, we will cover this content with no frills nor fluff. So what are cashback apps? Bitcoin cashback apps act as a form of benefit or loyalty program with the purpose of refunding a certain amount of Bitcoin back to the user, depending on the amount spent on a purchase for a product or service provided, supported, or tracked by the cashback app. So instead of getting loyalty points or cash, you will be rewarded in Bitcoin. The advantage for you as a user is of course that loyalty points can't increase in value, while Bitcoin potentially can. This way you can start to stack Satoshis automatically while you are spending money, and it doesn't cost you anything to acquire Bitcoin. With most of the apps, you can usually do your purchases with fiat money, but with Bitcoin as well. Unsurprisingly, the scene involving Bitcoin cashback is still in its early stages, and therefore there are only a couple existing apps with their main competitive focus on the number of retailers supported, the percentage of cashback offered, the ease of use and user satisfaction, and multi-platform availability. And to give an idea about what is available, let's look at some examples of the most reputable Bitcoin cashback apps. The first one is Lolli, which is available as a desktop extension, iOS and Android, and it's the most reputable cashback app in the entire sphere. Lolli serves as a reward cashback application that allows users to earn additional Bitcoin on their purchases. Its key focus is on expanding its cashback offerings to as many key retailers as possible, while emphasizing on the simplicity and usability involved in the use of the app. For starters, Lolli offers up to 30% cashback over 1,000 popular brands, a built-in Bitcoin wallet so there is no initial address needed, and it supports deposits to both Bitcoin wallet and US bank accounts. Important to note though is that Lolli is currently only supported in the US, and the best user experience is the desktop-focused one. This is also currently the only method to reliably shop while receiving cashbacks. And the other thing to keep in mind is that coupons and promo codes will render a purchase ineligible for rewards, and the minimum withdrawal amount is set on $15. FoldApp is the second largest contender behind Lolli, and FoldApp similarly rewards users for purchases made within the app. However, it is unique in that instead of simply supporting and tracking regular purchases, pre-approved prepaid cards are able to be purchased from retailers. FoldApp offers up to 20% cashback in BTC, an entirely different system using a prepaid program in which users buy gift cards, flexible payments via the Lightning Network or credit card, instant payout, built-in Bitcoin wallet, and you have the choice to use FoldApp anonymously. With FoldApp, it's important to note it's available only in the US, the UK, Canada, and Mexico, and it is possible to compound rewards on purchases. The only options for purchase are the ones provided by Fold. And there are no withdrawal fees. Pi is available on desktop, iOS and Android. It's a Los Angeles-based company, and Pi seeks to reward users for purchases made with supported retailers while remaining completely free and requiring no membership for purchases. Taking a different approach from most apps, however, Pi relies on an existing credit or debit card to make purchases and receive cashbacks. These cashbacks are only valid within the Pay merchant community. Pay offers up to 30%. It has a built-in shop including a product search. It features more than 100,000 retailers. The choice of rewards is in BTC or in fiat, and it has a built-in wallet. Important to note is that payment for purchases are only supported via credit card. However, rewards have the ability to be paid in Bitcoin. Minimum withdrawal is $25. If you enjoyed this video so far, help our channel by giving it a like. What are the major differences between some of the top apps? Possibly the most significant differences between the listed apps involve the purchase and cashback methodology. For example, Lolli and another app, StormX, track retailer purchases via extension live without needing to host a shop offering products or services in the case of other applications, and their cashback takes longer to process. FoldApp, on the other hand, hosts a shop containing a wide variety of prepaid cards, which purchases are then immediately rewarded with the pre-stated cashback amount. Other apps in general tend to use referral and redirections by product or by retailer and pay the stated cashback once the transaction has processed. How do these Bitcoin cashback apps work and how do they make money? Generally, they first charge the supported retailer or merchant a transaction fee from the purchase made by the user. Then these apps simply share a certain percentage received from this fee to give back to the user as a reward for making a purchase through the app. This may vary from app to app, but in the case of some Bitcoin apps, they convert the receive fee from fiat to BTC at a certain exchange rate. There are countless shortcomings, especially in this relatively new section of the cashback market. For Lolli, in providing more opportunities for cashback on increasingly regular purchases, the time frame in receiving the reward suffers. A maximum of 90 days in order to finalize and receive awards is probably too much for some users who seek to face the sacrifice of using a desktop for cashback on everyday purchases. And there is no existing shop on mobile. In the app, users are only limited to viewing their account, action status, etc. and participating on the daily drop, yet are unable to purchase anything with the cashback reward without the necessary desktop extension. With Fold there is a relatively limited selection of retailers to choose from compared to the other apps. And with Pi there are limited purchase options via their built-in shop featuring referrals and redirections. It may influence the ability to rely on it as cashback for normal purchases. It functions similar to a secondary marketplace, where instead of generalizing cashbacks with certain retailers, it is on a product-by-product basis. Where exactly is it possible to use these Bitcoin cashback apps? As stated before, this varies greatly due to the function and design of the app. Generally though, users can adequately expect to earn cashbacks across a great selection of products and sites, including, but not limited to, travel, fashion, books, food, education, entertainment, and pet and general supplies. What is even the point of participating in Bitcoin cashback? And what is in it for you? The fundamental idea behind Bitcoin cashback is to substantially increase adoption and lend availability of Bitcoin to as many users as possible, with their main vehicular drive being purchases made online. Especially for beginners, this is an easy, low-risk way to acquire some Bitcoin passively, so in that sense it is a perfect gateway for expanding adoption. Beyond that, however, there is usually a limited difference compared to simply using another cashback app unrelated to Bitcoin, depending on exactly what app is used. But if you are going to spend your money anyway, you might as well get your rebate in the form of free Bitcoin, which has the potential to go up in value in the long run, at least if that is what you are expecting, like the most of us are in this space. Is there KYC involved in most apps? As far as the ones listed before, there is no KYC involved in using cashback apps as of now. However, it is important to consider that a few may require a form of personal data or identification, usually by requiring that a wallet address or email be connected to the account, though in terms of providing legally identifying documents, there is no existing requirement at the moment. How secure is it? The most reputable and popular apps are quite secure. For example, Fold app allows for an anonymous login to use the service, and all user data is kept private and is never sold to advertisers and the like. The latter also goes for other apps such as Lolli and Pi. What can be reasonably expected from the Bitcoin cashback sphere in the coming years? For the most part, it is a given that this niche will continue to grow and thrive. Expect to see new entries and competitors, such as in the recent case newcomers such as Stormshop and Liquidgate, also joining the scene. If these apps acquire enough public interest, they might expand further and push for Bitcoin adoption and use. So that's about all. This is Adrian for Bitcoin for Beginners. Stay with us and watch one of our other videos next. For example, the video that I made on spending Bitcoin on Amazon by using Bitrefill gift card. Bitrefill also pays small rebates on purchases. If you want to see that video, click on it next.